So if you are interested, this is the time to do it. There is no better time than now. I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and the person reminded me of one of my favorite sayings, which is that you're as young as you're ever going to be. Like, your business is as young as it's ever going to be. This is it. The time only passes. It does not reverse. And so not doing it now is not a good reason to not to do anything. The time is not the problem. So let me talk a little bit about the class, how it works, who it's for, that sort of thing. And there's going to be a link for you above if you are interested in taking it, for you to go ahead, click, and join us next week for first week of class. So first things first, why on earth would you want to take a class with me? I mean, let's pretend this is your first Marketing Monday and you've never heard of me before. I realize, again, that I rarely ever introduce myself or talk about my credentials and all that. So let's go. Who is Lindsay? Well, I am a certified digital marketing trainer. Actually have certification to educate people in digital marketing. I have taken countless courses on instructional design. They probably aren't countless, but I'm not going to count them. They were all in my graduate program at either the University of Arizona or Penn State, which is where I went to school for graduate school for both my master's and for a PhD program that I did not complete. Actually came here to Cleveland to get away from that program. So those of you who know I'm a transplant, I am a transplant. I came here directly from Pennsylvania. But as you guys, you gained me. You got some brain gain from Pennsylvania. Isn't that nice? Anyway, I have taught, I have numbers here in front of me. 339 hours, there we go, 339 hours of individual consulting. I have done both with the SBDC through various other consulting that I do with different organizations that I work with around Northeast Ohio, and some of that has actually not even been in Northeast Ohio. I have done over 50 workshops, both here and outside of Northeast Ohio, and I've had over 1,300 people attend those workshops. I am very proud of the work that I do, and I love the fact that I'm able to consult with people and to train people all over Northeast Ohio and all over the country, both live, in person, and virtually, like I do here. I have an average of 12 clients every single year, and those are clients that I actually do the work for. So with those clients, I've managed hundreds of social media pages, sometimes hundreds at a time, and hundreds of thousands of fans. I do this work from the perspective of someone who does this work. So I teach it from the perspective of someone who does it for a living, not necessarily from the perspective of someone who learned how to do it in a book. I did not learn how to do this stuff in a book. I learned how to do this stuff because I was doing it and I wanted to get better at it. As I've recently said at another speaking engagement, I like to think of this digital marketing sort of like cooking. There are plenty of people who are just naturally good at it. Like, they have a knack for understanding how ingredients go together. They can see a meal in their head before they execute it, and they know it's going to taste good. And that is how some people are. They're like naturally good digital marketers. I am sort of how I am about cooking and digital marketing, like in real life. Like, I started when the marketing was early. I started doing it and I enjoyed it enough to want to learn more. And over the years, I've done tons of trial and error. I have gotten into the digital marketing kitchen. I've worked up some recipes that did not work and other things that did. But I have lots of practical experience and lots of passion. And so over time, I have developed an ability to see a plan in my head, execute it, and have it do exactly what I thought it was going to do. But that is over time, both knowledge and passion, and, you know, and growing my skills. But I don't consider any of it to be talent. And I believe very strongly that it's teachable, and that's what I do. And that is what the bootcamp is about. It is a 10-week course. It's 2 hours. It meets 2 hours every Tuesday, and it meets like this, like over video. So it is online, but it is live online. And so we are actually in a closed meeting room, and you and your fellow students will be able to see each other's faces, and you'll be able to talk to each other. You'll be able to talk with me directly. It's not held like a webinar where you're kind of like hiding and you can only chat in the chat messages. You can actually unmute yourself and talk at any point in time, share your screen, ask questions. It is a very live interactive class. 2 hours a week from 5:30 to 7:30 on Tuesday evenings. And even though the sessions are recorded so that you can watch them later, I highly advise that if you cannot come during that 2 to 7:30 time, or that 2 hour time frame, 5:30 to 7:30, if you can't come, you probably shouldn't take the class, because you are going to miss way too much from not being there live during the instruction. So if you're thinking about doing this, but you have other obligations right now, or you have a vacation that's coming up that's going to take you out of town for 2 or 3 weeks, you probably don't want to take this class, because it's going to put you at a disadvantage in that you'll have to catch up and all that good stuff. But if that's not your case, then you should really consider coming in and joining us for this 10-week digital marketing bootcamp. So more about the bootcamp. I've been teaching this bootcamp since 2017. I have, again, like notes. I'm looking at for those of you who know me, I'm also a crazy Post-it note person. I will write in class on Post-it notes and stick them on the computer. But I have been teaching it since 2017. I've done 5 cohorts. There have been 5 cohorts of this class. I developed it in conjunction with the Small Business Development Center at Lorain County Community College and the Workforce Development Center at Tri-C at Cuyahoga County Community College. And it is now being offered both there at the SBDC at Lorain County Community College and at Lakeland Community College. I am a big fan of growing the knowledge of digital marketing throughout the entire world, not just Northeast Ohio, but just globally. I want more and more people to understand what these principles are and how they apply. So I work very hard to like expand the reach of this so that it's actually collaborative and people at a variety of other institutions can participate in it. So that is why it's offered at so many different places. You can register through any of those locations, or you can register directly with me, but it is the same class. Regardless of where you're registering, it's the same class. And it has the cohort that we're in right now is going to be the fall 19 cohort. We just got out of the spring summer cohort a few weeks ago. I actually have like a month built in where I'm not teaching. And during that month, I pick up clients. I picked up a couple. So you guys who've taken the class before, you're going to get to hear new strategies from new clients, because that's totally where I come up with my new tactics and things that I'm like, let's see what'll work. I tell you, I come up with the recipes and then I put them together, execute them, and then see what's working and see what's not. So you gotta get to see a real idea of what's going on in the real world with digital marketing. It is, again, a live online class. There are opportunities for us to meet in person. We do not have locations yet. I do have tentative dates, but I am not going to tell you what they are right now. But I will say that they are always on Saturday. So Saturdays are the days that we meet in person, and that our Saturday courses are like the office hours that I have during class, where if you come, that's great, you'll get more information, but they are not they're not core knowledge. So if you are unable to come to the Saturday courses or the Saturday in-person meetups, you won't be missing so much that you're going to go, oh no, the class isn't worth it. So that's why I'm like, not going to worry about telling you the dates, because people will be like, I can't make it that Saturday. And I'm like, first of all, I record them just like I record everything else. So you'll be able to watch them later. And if you can make it, you can. If you can and you don't even watch the recordings, half the time you're fine. Like, they are reiteration in person, going over things that you may be interested in, may want more information about, and you'll know in advance what that topic is for that Saturday, and you'll know in advance when the Saturday is as well. And we are extremely flexible. Last time in class, we had a Saturday date scheduled that ended up being very inconvenient for like 50% of the people in class. And so we moved it to the following Saturday. That's the reason why I'm like, it doesn't even really matter what day it is, because we kind of come up with a collaborative way of making sure the meetups work for everybody. Because there are people who are from a variety of places who are taking the class. And so we want to accommodate as many people as possible. So that's about the boot camp. Oh, it's 10 weeks. 2 hours per week for the main, lessons. And then I also do a 2-hour office hours on the Monday following class, or technically the Monday before class, where I go over a specific software and how that software applies to the previous week's topic. And I answer questions from your previous week's homework. So every week you will have homework. The entire purpose, as I probably should mention, the entire purpose of the online digital marketing bootcamp is to develop a strategy for your business. So over the 10 weeks, you are going to be putting together the bits and parts and pieces that help you build a comprehensive digital marketing plan, strategy of attack for your business. And if you are a marketer and you're interested in taking this class, not only will you be creating a digital marketing strategy for a business, so you'll either pick a business or I'll assign one to you, and you will be developing a strategy for that business, but you will also be able to see how it's able to be executed over time. So there's homework involved every single week. Again, none of it's going to be like crazy 10-hour homework. It's not like a graduate course, but you will have to actually execute on the thing that you learned in that week. You'll have to do something to either move your business forward or to explain how you would help move someone else's business forward. We've had several people go through the class who are digital marketing agencies, who are maybe not digital marketing agencies. They are marketing agencies, traditional marketing, and they're bringing in digital and they're adding it into their skill set. I've had people who are transitioning from doing promotional products to doing digital marketing, or people who are transitioning from doing websites to adding on digital marketing. If you are in any of those situations, this bootcamp is probably going to be good for you. It's also useful if you're interested in teaching digital marketing, because I will tell you all of what you need to know in order to make sure that people understand the strategies, tips, and tricks that I'm going to be teaching you during this class. That's going to help you get a comprehensive strategy for your business, for a business, during the class. The class costs $1,650 to register, and there are payment plans available. So if you are interested in taking the class, but you ain't got that kind of money to be shelling out all at once, I understand there are payment plans. All you have to do is when you click the link in the caption above, or the description, I don't know which one to call it. And when you click the link, you'll have down at the bottom of the Eventbrite area, there's a little link that says, would you like a payment plan? And I think I'll just put the payment plan link in there as well, so that if you want to just skip straight to the payment plans, you can do that. Because it's on a different website, because Eventbrite does not allow you to do payments. It's just not it's not possible yet. They do sort of, but it's through credit. It's a different thing. This is just straight payment plan. So anyway, that's like the long and short of the class. I think it's a really useful opportunity. And another kind of side note / bonus, I would call this a massive bonus, is that since the class is live, and I teach it live all the time, it is never recorded. I teach the class live on purpose because digital marketing moves at the speed of light. Literally, while I was teaching this last cohort, the ads platform in Facebook changed while I was teaching the class. And so I'm very much a believer in letting everyone who has taken the class in the past take the class again in the future. And that is not, again, one time. It is, again, forever, as many times as you want to take it. So if you're a business owner and you want to take the class now to figure out how to develop a strategy, you can go through all the motions, figure things out, and then in the next course, you can apply it, like the next round. And that is exactly how a lot of people use the class, because you have access to it again. And I will tell you, a good 50%. I think it's actually more like 75% of people take the class again. And so there's no harm and there's no money involved. So once you take the class, pay for it the first time, it's yours essentially forever to go through live in the future. And you will be able to get a syllabus to know what weeks are which. So if you want to come and drop in during the advertising weeks, if you want to come to the Saturday sessions in the future, you totally are able to do that. It's really meant for you to continue to build your knowledge. Like I said, I'm a fan of this stuff. It's what I do and I enjoy it. I'm very passionate about it, and I want you to develop that same kind of passion so that you're interested in learning more and you're interested in growing more, and we can kind of go along on that journey together in the future. So that's about the class. Now I'm going to read a little bit of what people are saying about the class, and if you are totally interested and you have questions or whatever and you want to make comments, go ahead and do that down below, please, because I will answer your questions afterwards. I am as you've seen, if you've seen me try to answer questions live, I am the worst. And so I get really distracted. So I am trying to be clear and concise. So no questions answered during the video, but during this live, but I will definitely answer them and afterwards. So I'll come into the comments and answer any questions that you have. Absolutely. Okay. So what are people saying about the class? Because I've had 44 business owners and marketers, and sometimes marketing business owners, go through this class. And I'll give you two quotes. One is from someone who is starting a business, and one is from someone who is transitioning into adding digital marketing into what she was already doing. So this one person is not doing digital marketing for a living, and the other person is going to be doing it for a living. The first quote is, Lindsay is very knowledgeable about digital marketing, and she's able to present concepts in a way that are easily understandable. And that's from Joseph Cox. I totally appreciate that quote, because I think that, or that review, because that's my entire goal. Like, I want you guys to feel like how I feel when I watch someone teach me how to make something on the Food Network. I want you to go, I can do that. Like, I want to be like the Rachel Ray of digital marketing, where you go, oh yes, if that idiot can do it, then so can I. Not that she's an idiot, but you know, that I am. And so if you're looking at, you know, all of these digital marketing concepts and thinking they're so hard and this is too much and it's all, if I can do it, you can do it. I had zero, all the education and training I have formally in school was in political science. What I pride myself on is being able to learn. And I am a voracious consumer. And so I learn and learn and learn. And then I've also been trained to teach. And so that's why I feel like I'm able to do what Joseph just said there, which is to communicate this stuff in a way that's easy to understand. And so that's what I want to offer you, is the ability for you to kind of get these things, but like get them together, not get them pieced out in bits and pieces, but get them all together so that you can develop a strategy for your business that's actually going to move you forward, or develop a strategy and the techniques to do it over and over and over again for other people's businesses as a marketer. Okay. The other testimonial says, Lindsay's strategies are based in proven techniques that she has and continues to use today. And that's from Carol. And I appreciate that testimonial, because I think it speaks to the fact that for me, I do this stuff for a living. I have clients right now. And what I do for my clients is what I'm teaching you to do. But I do it, you know, I do the parts that they need. There are some clients I do the whole shebang for, and others that I do bits and pieces for. And so for you, I'm teaching you the entire basket of goods so that you can go, okay, if we need SEO, this is what that looks like. Or if we need to develop an entire content marketing strategy, that's what this looks like. Or if we need to start doing video, or if we need to do search ads, or if we need to do social ads, that's what this looks like. So this boot camp is a fast-paced, high-intensity run. It is a sprint, but at the end of the sprint, you'll stop, catch your breath, and go, I see what I just did there. And you'll be able to do it again. And that is what the Digital Marketing Bootcamp is all about. So if that sounds like something interesting to you and you're interested in joining us for this bootcamp, again, registration is open right now. It is closing on Monday. So if you are interested, go ahead, make your choices, decide whether you want to pay in full or do a payment plan. It's totally up to you. Either way, I'm fine. But I would love for you to join me and join me and the people who've taken it before, because again, there will be people in there who have taken it before, the people who've taken it before. And if you're watching this and you have taken it before, go ahead and put in the comments what your favorite thing about the class was. I absolutely want to hear it. I'd love to know. But yeah, go ahead and click the link above or below. You know what? I'm just going to put it in both places. Go ahead and click the link to head over to Eventbrite, join the class. And if you're interested in doing a payment plan, I will put the link in there as well so that you have the option to do a payment plan. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm doing a thing. Thank you very much for joining me on this Marketing Monday. I totally appreciate your time. And I will see you next. Well, technically, I won't see you next week because it's a holiday, but I will see you next week or the week after that. But you get the point. I'll be back. I'll see you guys later. Okay. Bye.